Okay, my name is Ayub. I fly for Qatar Airways. I fly the Airbus 330. I've been flying for almost 20 years now.
Okay, and where did you finish your flight school?
I finished my flight school in Houston.
I'm Ayub Ali. I joined with Regent Airways. I'm going to fly soon with Regent Airways.
On the local routes?
Local routes.
On the Dash 8?
Dash 8 300.
Sandy, how long have you been training?
3.5 years.
Pretty commercial.
For the commercial license.
Wow. Why Regent?
Now I prefer private airline because I used to stay with my husband in Doha, so it's a long gap. That's why now I cannot join with national airline like Biman. So I prefer private airline.
Okay.
I would certainly hope that all of them do have a future, because we need this the aviation sector to kick off. I'm saying the only foreign carriers are making up so much trade out of Dhaka, and our local airlines are not doing so. So I would really hope that, no matter what, I wish all of them, even in the domestic sectors and the international routes, they all do well. The repair costs are so much, they tend to, say, ground it and cannibalize it to make the other airplanes run. They just swap parts.
Okay.
So in that sense, it works out probably cheaper for them. But as an ideal thing, new airplanes, at least maximum 10 years old, those should be used. I'm an Airbus man. I love it.
Is it because you fly it?
Because I fly.
Okay.
Of course. I've never flown Boeing, so I wouldn't know. I've heard negatives and positives on Boeing compared to Airbus. And again, you ask any Boeing pilot, he'll say Boeing. Happened, but I've heard a few stories. I've had a few. Well, come to think of it, we had one. It was a decompression, but coming out of London, coming to Dubai, we had a slow decompression, but we made a descent, but we tried to reach the deployment level before, but we couldn't, so the mast dropped out.
Oh,
so
okay.
in that case, with this oxygen, the mast dropped, we can't continue anymore, so we diverted to Vienna. With an equation, which is number of takeoffs equals number of landings.
Yes.
That's you're successful.
Okay.
But Proud Moments is I flew for the national carrier for 11 years. Great time. And the greatest time was when I first took off from one of those ATPs. I said, okay, fine.
Okay.
I made it. Especially with the side stick, it's not easy.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah. So, but you after getting used to the side stick, then you get to experience or a hang on how to control the side, how to do the side control. So it's basically simple. Don't fight it.
Okay.
Just let it go down. The last moment we got this technique of kicking the rudder in, center it, and then get it. We were in Manchester, and the plane was corrected itself into the wind, and we were actually going down the glide on a side, and I could see, instead of looking straight, I could see the runway out of my side window.
Okay.
But as you come near the ground, the effect changes a bit, so it keeps coming in. It's is trying. And you see, with Biman, there's still old school regarding decision making. There's a lot of bureaucratic tape to be cut before they can do anything, like even to buy anything. Once that is, because it takes time. Like, once an aircraft gets grounded in Biman, they don't have a proper stock bench yet for any airplane. All the orders done are AOG, which costs 10 times more than normal pricing. So when you send something for purchase, the AOG demand means aircraft on ground, so it's an emergency. So whoever's shipping it, the nearest one is probably Bangkok or Singapore. Whoever's shipping it, the company, they're charging the 10 times more, even more. The costs go up. And then what I would suggest, I mean, I hope they're doing it now, since they're starting, at least to make it a Cat 2 level.
Category 2 ILS.
Yeah. If it's a Cat 2, then a lot of the flights disruption, especially diversions, are reduced.
And what else do we need for an A380? Everyone's craving for it over here. I mean,
they need better apron management.
We need double gates.
I don't think the apron is big enough.
It's not big enough. Not even our ramps. I mean, cargo ramps.
No, because between the taxiway and the ramp.
Yeah.
And then if there's any other airplanes parked on that side for them to get through,
that would be tough.
That would be tough.
So we won't be seeing the A380, unfortunately.
Not in the near future. I don't think so.
Not very soon.
Okay. I was actually surprised how the Antonov 225 actually came here. It landed.
But it parked in the VIP apron, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
Have you ever been up close with it?
It's a massive thing. It's massive. But plus, another thing is the PCM. It's the payment factor, that if our payment is capable. And the Antonov has got a lot of wheels in the belly.
Yes, a lot.
So, which means the PCM for that airplane reduces. So it can go into a reduced PCM operating airfield.
So, okay, I'll just sum this up over here. Were you a fan of the DC-10?
I loved it. Never got to fly it.
You've worked with Biman before.
Yes.
Have you ever worked on the DC-10?
Yes.
So how was the experience? I mean,
if you go to the flight deck of the DC-10, you can say, okay, this is an airplane.
Yeah.
Like the old school
you need flight engineers.
The flight engineers panel.
Analog controls, everything. So, is it hard to say goodbye to? Since we are the last ones operating commercial.
Yes, and just wish they keep it here. Or resurrect it.
I wouldn't want them to keep it here because you've seen what happened to the three.
There's been scrap.
Yeah.
So don't
I wouldn't
scrap
want
this
it to have the same fate.
Don't scrap it. Either give it to some enthusiast or let's sell it off so that somebody can preserve it. Okay. I'm sure they'll be able to do something. Somebody, like John Travolta, he's got his own 707.
He probably bought it.
He bought it and is preserving it. So we need somebody like that to preserve the DC-10.
I guess that would be it.
No worries, anytime.
Thanks a lot.
Get into it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Because Qatar is getting the first 350.
We saw delivery. It was half painted.
Qatar and half Airbus.
Yeah.
It was on its way to Singapore.
Okay.
For the air show.
The air show, yeah.